Yes, sir. Welcome to Under the Hood Sports. I'm your host with the most, Johnny Hill. And if you don't know me, you should really know me. Hey, man, I got a living legend in the building, man. This man will literally head top you. Hey, if there's a ball, he's getting it. Hey, if you don't know him, he played for South Alabama, number 13, Javon Ivory. That boy Cinco. What's up, brother?
What's good, family? What's good, man?
Hey, man, new colors, man. Let's talk.
Hey, man, new colors, man. You feel me?
Let,
Hey, it's new. It's a new wave out here. You feel me?
let's go. Let's go ahead and dive into it, bro. Okay, bro.
Right?
First of all, bro, of course, I salute you, bro, on everything that
Well,
you're
yeah, you
doing,
know
bro.
what I'm saying.
Okay, bro. How does it feel, bro? First of all, to be back at home, bro. For the audience who don't know, he played at the University of Memphis. He was number 4 back then. Previous number were 13 and 81. But how
Hmm.
does it feel that you because you grew up like basically your college career grew up in Memphis, you know?
Yeah,
Now you're going back home where it all started. So how does that feel, man?
man, it feels great because I mean it's a lot of familiar faces that I see. You know what I'm saying? Coming back home, being able to go back to my hometown in Grove Hill or go to Monroe, see my mama there whenever I feel like. Being when I was in Memphis, I couldn't just come home whenever I just felt like it. And then, because that was like a 6 hour drive each and every time. So, like, now that I'm back here right around with everybody that I know, I mean, football is great here. Everything is just great here. I mean, you feel me? You right here back at home with me, man. It's so surreal, like just being back at home and seeing all your family members and friends and all the support that you always had throughout basically my whole college career throughout when I was coming out of high school. It's like, you know what I'm saying, just seeing all that just come about, being right there in it. Ain't nothing like you can't take that away.
Javon, you have, how can I say this? A swagger about you, a leadership trait about you. When you're in the room, everybody know you there, man.
Yeah, man.
So let's talk about that energy, man. Where does that come from, man?
I mean, my family, we big on energy. We big on spreading positivity, keeping God first, keeping everything that you can control. Your main thing is priority. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people try to make things happen on their own when it's just like if it's not on your in your control, then why are you trying to, you know what I'm saying, really make a change on it when it's like nothing you could do about it? Just, you know what I'm saying, just let God handle it. And that's how I always been raised, bro. Just always spread smile, spread laughter. I mean, my grandma, she always been nothing telling me that, you feel me? So my mama, she been telling me that, my older brothers, it's just a family thing. Like the Ivory family, we just always been like that.
Family. Let's dive deep into this because that is something very important to you. Because ever since I know you, you always talked about your family, especially your grandmother who passed, man. Let's dive into that, bro. Your grandmother, man. How important was she to the young man that you became today?
I'm talking about she's been like the strength, like she's been the pillar of this, you know what I'm saying? Even though she's not here with me right now, she's basically like still with me, like spiritually, like I could just feel her in everywhere I go. Like I usually have my chain on and I'll leave my chain at the facility with one of my coaches. I had forgot all about it. But but yeah, she's like basically like the best thing that's basically to our family, you know what I'm saying? She kept everybody close. Like every time we had like family events, like basically like all the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all those type of things, we always used to come together. She always just kept the family together. So like just seeing how she was able to do that and just keep all of us on one accord. Like tell every time you come to our house, you're gonna hear about the gospel, you're gonna hear about Jesus, you're gonna hear about all that. And it's just like she gonna spread that positivity. Like even just her alone, like even when she's not here, people still to this day still talking about her to this day. Like we miss your grandma. Like she was always a person that just lifted everybody up. And then it's just like how you just said, like whenever I step into a room, it's kind of like the same thing. It's just
Yeah.
like people saying the same things about me when I leave places and go somewhere and come back. And then they're like, bro, we missed you, or like, bro, this
Mhm.
the energy you have is like no other. So it's just like it's just passed down throughout all these generations of her kids, her grandkids. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that she just always been able to do. So it's just I just pay so much respect so much love to my grandma. Even to this day, like I still throw them folds up for her, you feel me? Like cause like her birthday was right beside mine, you feel me? Her birthday was May 4th, mine was May 7th. Like we always celebrated each other's birthday right beside one another. So I always keep her with me everywhere I go.
Man, that's a blessing, man. Let's dive deep into, you back at home, bro. Since you've been at home, what have been the best thing about being at home?
Same family, man. It's just like, cause I just never was so close to my family, like just being up there in Memphis. Like I was always just far away. Like I gotta call them, check in. This family events that they used to have, like I wouldn't even be able to make it to it because I'm like, we got season, we got practice, we got all this and everything like this. So it's like we weren't really able to have no time for me to shoot back down, what I'm saying, Grove Hill or Monroe to on Mama Stead. It's like, or go down to my dad's house, you know what I'm saying, see my little sister, see my little brother, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So it was always tough trying to well, I want to say keep connection with my family because I'm
Yeah,
always gonna stay connected with them. It's just actually physically being around them
yeah,
and feeling the love, like feeling being able to give my family member a hug if they need a hug, like or get a hug from them if I needed a hug. You know what I'm saying? It was just tough in a sense because I mean everybody ain't got no like everybody gonna have struggles in their life. Everybody gonna have
yeah,
this and
for
that. So it's
sure.
just being able to be right here beside my family instead of being 6 hours away when it's like nothing could go like nothing good was gonna come out of it. I felt like I was probably like just not lonely in a sense because I had family like you, my family, you feel me?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
had brothers that was gonna keep, you know what I'm saying, keep me up and going, you feel me? But it was just to the point where it's like my actual blood family is like some of my people I grew up with, people I
Yeah,
always been around my whole entire life that know me in and out. It's a different feel when you're around those type of people. So it's just you feel me. It was about the biggest thing about really being back at home in Mobile is just family. Yeah.
man, let's talk about this, Vaughn. Let's talk about this now. We talked about you coming back home, but we got to reflect, bro. Reflect
Mm-hmm.
on how we got here. You came from the U of M. When I came here in 2020 at the University of Memphis as a
Mm-hmm.
manager, of course, I got real close with you, of course, like some of the other receivers as well, Calvin, Taj, a lot
Yep.
of the dream. Like we had a group, good little group there, man. Dylan was
Shine,
we
man.
had some night like genuinely good people, JJ, like the list go on and
Mm-hmm.
on, man. You can think about
The
Wendell.
list is it's gonna go. I promise. The
Yeah,
list
like the
go.
list goes on. Like the best thing about that stuff was, bro, like not only were y'all like good players, but y'all also were real good people, man. Let's dive deep into it because I like to reflect. It's always great to reflect.
Yeah, bro.
Let's
We always
reflect
go back now.
on them great relationships that you have at Memphis and you had and built to let you become the young man you are today because
Mm-hmm.
over half your career you was at Memphis. You grew these are your brothers for life. No matter if y'all go to the league or wherever y'all go, these are your brothers for life. So let's reflect on all them great relationships that you have had there. Anyone in particular, anything you that really
Um,
sticks out?
really just from coming all the way from my freshman year, like freshman year is just coming in. I had an official visit. What's funny is like I met Drake on my official visit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I first met him. 'Cause we still had this funny story to this day. You know his name Rodriguez Clark. So it was just like, okay, I'm on here. I'm on a visit with a kicker or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm on a visit with a kicker or a special teams player in a sense, but I'm still gonna rock out with him either way I go. We going to Memphis because I already had the sign at the time. So as soon as I got there, I seen how you. I was like, oh, this okay, bet. So as soon as we ended up
Yeah,
started kicking
yeah.
with each other, you know, what I'm saying? We started kicking with each other and everything like that. Then my host was Antonio Gibson,
Yeah.
running back for AG. You feel me?
Yeah.
So AG was my host. And then we had Quinn. He was Drake host.
Oh
Then next
yeah, yeah.
thing, yeah. So then we ended up chopping it up with them. And then I just remember how AG was just telling me like, bro, this is my senior year. We ended up meeting Kenny that night too. Kenny game,
Mhm.
Kenny game where we ended up going to the Centennial to them dorms, and then we ended up seeing him there. And then just throughout that, just from that night alone, like only me and Drake know, me, Drake, Quinn, Kenny, and AG just know about that night alone. Like we were just sitting in the living room chopping it up. Kenny AG basically saying like well, this is my senior year. I can't like I came from JUCO. I was here last year, but didn't really get the opportunity to play like how I wanted to. Then he like, this is my last season. I'm just gonna do it all I gotta do to make it out. Go ahead and do what I gotta do for my family. So I'm going all out this year. So I'm like, okay, that's a bet. You know what I'm saying? Just us listening to him and stuff like that. Then Kenny, he started explaining. He was like, cause we already knew about Darren Henderson, Tony Pollard, Patrick Taylor. You know what I'm saying? He had some running backs ahead of him. So then Darren and PT, they had just went to the league the year before.
Yeah.
So it left him down to being PT, him, then who else? Him, Quay. It was just a whole bunch of people. Drake, yeah, all of them in the backfield. You feel me? But he was basically like next up behind Patrick Taylor, which we already knew. PT, P6. You feel me? He was the man. You feel me? He was gonna be the guy because first rep we had our first game against Ole Miss. You feel me? So it was like, okay, we already knew how the season finna start off coming in as us. We ain't even step foot on campus like as like already players that we were just already just signed in that January. So Kenny basically explaining to us, he like, bro, all I need is just that one opportunity. And it was like fast forward and through summer workouts, they had their spring game and everything like that. Get to the season, you know, Patrick Taylor having a crazy game against Ole Miss, running the ball. He got point 10. He doing his thing. My boy 10. Then you got KD. He making plays. Pop making plays. Like,
y'all were deep.
You know what I'm saying? Like we had a lot of people in that room. TJ making plays.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Bryce Huff making plays. You got a lot of like. I'm just like that, and that's just off the top of the head. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it was just so many people making. Dre making plays. I know you remember Dre.
Yeah.
Dre making plays, and then it got too late in the game. PT finished out the whole game, but they ended up putting Kenny in. He started making a couple plays. Quindell, he made some plays. That's when he really had started popping out for real. And then the next game came. We ended up getting the announcement that PT basically kind of had like a Jones fracture in his foot. So like now it's like Kenny Gainwell from the start. So it's like, oh, okay. Next you know, he ended up starting that game. Had a crazy game. Then I remember AG had his play coming across the middle, caught it, boom, broke out whole field. Speed burst came out of nowhere. That's when we all really was like, oh, this dude, because dude 230 at receiver, bro.
That's crazy.
Dude 230 built like a running back, but he sliding on you like Calvin or something. You know what I'm saying? Or
acceleration.
That acceleration was crazy. So when he did that and turned the corner, stiffed arm, buddy, tiptoed into the end zone, I said, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I came to the right place. You know what I'm saying? I came because like just how they were selling everything. It was just, you know, you got to be a playmaker. You come to Memphis. So and that's still to this day. Like to this day, I still know that there's a lot of playmakers that come to Memphis. So that's true. That's true homage to how they really recruit in the University of Memphis. So I can't say the relationships I had out there. Everybody that was out there was a dude. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that I real like got their relationship with to this day. Like they are guys. Like loving boys to death. Never will just turn my back on them.
Facts. Okay, let's speed up a little bit because that was indeed your first year. You was also red-shirted, right? Not only you was red-shirted, wasn't Taj also red-shirted?
Yeah, he was red-shirted too. He was crazy thing about it. We almost didn't get the he was basically almost didn't get the red shirt because he was basically playing more games than I was in the season. But at the same time, we had Coach Simon. Coach Simon was basically like trying to keep us in a perspective, like y'all might want to need that, keep that extra year. Because I mean, we already had came in and started being more productive and started like jumping up the depth chart and everything like that. So we was already like
on the rise.
yeah, on the rise of like being able to play off straight up off our freshman year. But at the same time, we already knew we had some older guys to learn from because he was behind Pop, I was behind Monte.
Oh
And
yeah, he the dog.
you feel what I'm saying? That's somebody I in real life can just say that really changed my way of like how I seeing the game and how everything is really wired. Him, KD, and Pop really how they started off the first three people. You know what I'm saying? And then when AG came, basically was already on the scene. He already basically chopping it up because he was my host. So it's like I already had like a little bit of connection with him in a sense. But just off of everybody that was there in their receiving room, it just really just changed the way for everything. And then it's just how Coach had seen how our production was kind of like somewhat similar to probably how Monte and them was when they was coming up, or when they had their time coming in. It's just like we might want to save that just for the years coming up. You know what I'm saying? So they basically kind of kept us in the shadows, with just going ahead and letting us know like, hey, because we got all the reps at practice, like with the ones, the twos, and stuff like that. Because say if Monte needed a blow, they basically just threw me out there because I was already like kind of like in the same position. Like if he go out, I could go in. You know what I'm saying? So it was just how the same thing for Taj. If KD was out, because Pop had ended up getting injured earlier that year when we played against South Alabama, which is where I'm at now.
Crazy.
But yeah, it Pop ended up getting injured, and that when they basically moved KD out to from the slot to the outside in the Z and put AG in more in the slot in the slot where KD was. But it was just how they just knew how to basically maneuver us and keep us in the loop. But I feel like it was a great thing for them to keep giving me that extra year just to really get my body acclimated to the college life, because a lot of people don't understand that college life is different from high school. It's like just from the amount of work that you put on your basically the load, in a sense. That's what I'm looking for. The load that you put
The
on your
low
body
you put
each
on
and
your
every
body.
day.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people not really ready for that. So it's just something that I feel like that was a great thing for me to do, to go ahead and get that year under my belt and then just flourish the rest of these years.
For sure. Okay, let's talk about this, man. My first year, bruh. I remember, bruh, there was a game that you went off, Taj went off, and Calvin went off,
Oh
bro.
yeah,
That
big
was
UCF.
UCF. I think it was UCF, wasn't it?
Yeah, big
I like, oh
UCF.
my goodness.
That was my first game actually starting.
Oh yeah, it sure was. It was, bro. You was starting in that slot, wasn't it?
Yep. Cause that
No.
was the week. Cause like literally that week was so crazy. Just off rip, that was like one of the craziest weeks ever. Cause we had just came off the game against SMU.
Sure did.
You
Yup.
feel what I'm saying? Cause we couldn't play the next game. I think we was gonna go ahead and play Arkansas State or something like that. And we played Arkansas State earlier that year, I think.
Yeah, we played
Or
them
yeah,
earlier.
that was the game opener, I think. The
Mm-hmm.
season opener, Arkansas State. It was a game. Purdue. We couldn't play Purdue
That's what
because
it was. Yep.
it was Purdue. We couldn't play Purdue because of COVID, so we had to wait that whole week, and then we ended up going and playing. Then we played UCF. So when that happened, Monte basically had opted out mid-week. Like he had opted out the season, so it was like, oh snap. Coach called me up to the meeting room. He said, hey, you been studying your playbook, a little bit of slot. I was like, yeah, I'll be able to get it by the weekend and everything like that. He's like, yeah, so we're gonna think about moving Calvin to the outside, then put you right there. So I was like, all right. So we had like that Wednesday, we always have fast, like passing days, past practice type days. Then
Yeah.
Thursday walkthrough. Then Friday, it's fast Friday. We getting ready for the game that Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. That Thursday come out there. I'm like, man, I'm in the slot. I'm really finna be playing this game now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because Taj already had got his, he already had got his spot at the Z spot. But I
Mm-hmm.
was behind Monte still because he was there the whole time. So when he left, that's when they just put me out there on the field. And then once that weekend came to the game, it was like, all right, Jay, this is what you've been waiting on the whole time. You feel me? You might as well go ahead. You feel
Yeah.
me? Go and get active.
I remember turf tape, Von.
Yeah.
Turf tape.
And what's so crazy about that? A lot of people don't even know. I still pay homage to my dog Monte that game because the whole game, that game, I put everything on that he usually wear.
It's
The
crazy.
law
Oh, you
with
did.
the with turf tape because I wasn't really a turf tape type of guy. That stuff be hurting when you gotta take it off after.
It do.
That jump be killing you after the game. But nah, I'm more of like just how I am with the leg sleeve. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
slice,
Yeah,
slight.
yeah, man. Some slight, nothing too crazy. But yeah, I pay. That was like one of the most. That was a game to remember right there. Like
Facts,
still to this day is already marked as one of the best games in college football.
facts. And yeah, we went crazy that game. Talk
Hmm.
about your first touchdown of your
Oh
career.
yeah,
We dive deep into.
first touchdown, man. Brady White. We was like crazy. It was that and crazy thing. It happened in that game against UCF. So we basically lined up. We done came down there and made a crazy catch early in the game off the same play. So I'm like, okay. And then we ended up looking at the coverage. Coach already know, like, because Brady, he was like one of the smartest quarterbacks I ever been with. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew the game in and out. He was basically a coach on the field. So still shout out to my dog, B White for that. But he always then when we got on the field, he basically seen that we had like man coverage across the board. So he was like, okay. He looked. And once I seen it right here, I was like, oh, I know what time it is. I know what time it is. I started getting a little bit like this to my stance. I'm like, yep. Next
He
thing you
got
know, boom, he
anxious.
snapped the ball. It wasn't no clean release, but I was just trying to just speed release and go all the way to the corner. And
Mm-hmm.
we fighting and fighting. I seen the ball up in there. I said, I can't miss this opportunity because freshman year, I don't know if anybody know it or not. My freshman year, I missed a wide open touchdown. I could have had a touchdown my freshman year. I'm
No,
talking about I dropped. It was one of them ugly ones, like where you just. I'm talking about over the shoulder on the beat, dude. And
no.
you know how you, I'm talking about it dropped just like this. And you know how it be bad when you fall and roll with it. I did one of those.
It'd
Like
be embarrassing.
I did. I
You
felt
hurry
so
up trying to
embarrassed.
get
I
up.
said, "Oh." So when I seen this ball in the type of game we had, cause we was down too.
Oh yeah,
So
it
it was
was.
like then the game that we had, like, yep, I gotta catch it. I just jumped up and I just bodied that thing just like this. And I seen he hit the ground. I just turned around from him. I'm like, yep. And that was just all I remember. I couldn't even celebrate. Like I really didn't celebrate. I just looked up, looked at the crowd, looked back and seen our dogs coming up running them, but looked at the crowd again. Looked at it was just a fun. It was like so much to take in at one time that afterwards I just seen Taj run up to me. I just jumped and tapped him on the head, gave the ball to the real, and it was just history out of that. Coming to the sideline, seeing TJ. TJ was hurt at the time, so I with his hamstring, so he couldn't really just play. But seeing him, he over there hitting the gritty. I started hitting the gritty with him, going all the way to the sideline. So it was just like a whole bunch of love right off when I made that play. Like everybody was waiting on me to do that for the longest. So
Man,
when I did it, it was just love all around.
for sure. You was a young man, Cinco, but you also had a lot of heartaches in your career early, especially with your shoulder surgeries and everything, man. You have had
Mm-hmm.
a lot. Do you want to tell the audience how many you have had?
I've had 3 surgeries. I had one on my left, two on my right.
Okay, man. For a young athlete who goes through injuries, man, especially for a young athlete who coming from high school to D1
Mm-hmm.
or JUCO, who get hurt, man, what advice do you got for them mentally? Because through it all, man, you made it out physically and mentally. So what advice you got for them on the mental aspect?
Man, take it one day at a time, bro. Like that's one thing I can say. Like you sitting here dwelling on, like, man, I can't wait till then. You already gonna be making yourself feel more depressed because you know you ain't gonna be able to actually do it right at the moment. So you just got to take it one day at a time. Like, okay, like it took me some time to get used to. Like, okay, I can't reach and grab this right here, right now. Then probably like a week later, oh, I'm actually grabbing it. So it's like, okay, that should be something you should already be paying attention to. Like, okay, I've been taking these steps daily, and then that's now I'm able to actually do it. And that's you can do that from injuries and in life, period. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how you really should just take it one day at a time. most definitely keep God in first. You know what I'm saying? Pray, man, because everybody knows prayer is just basically manifestation. You feel me? Speaking stuff into existence to happening. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
just really just taking it one day at a time. That's really the biggest thing for me on the mental side of it, and not really just trying to be like, okay, I got so much that I really want to do. Don't even worry about it. You should be just really just, you know what I'm saying, keeping yourself locked in and focus on what you got to get done. So just take it one day at a time. That's really what I gotta say.
For sure. So let's talk about this, bro. Okay, you're at South Alabama right now.
Mm-hmm.
What type of ball player are they getting out of you, bro?
Man, they getting a dog.
Since you've been there, since you've been there,
They
since
getting a
you've been
dog.
there.
Like they getting a dog. They getting a workhorse. They getting somebody that's gonna want to win. You know what I'm saying? Like I like just basically like how I said, like coming in freshman year, like we won the championship at Memphis. So like that's all I really got on my mind. Like, okay, I want to get another one. I want another one. I want another one. Now we got like, you know what I'm saying, we got ball game wins in Memphis, you know what I'm saying? That's still kind of something that you can hold up, you know what I'm saying? I got a ring, but now ain't nothing better than winning that conference championship, like the real deal championship, you know what I'm saying? So it's just I want to win. They getting the winning mentality type person. They getting a leader. They getting somebody that's gonna want to do everything the right way and lead everybody in the right direction. So they really getting a full package out of out of me coming in this season. You feel me?
Okay, man. Let's talk about this, bro. What are three goals you got for yourself? Cause you know we always talk about goals, and goals are very important. You know how I feel about goals. You have to have.
Mm-hmm.
So, so if you don't have no goal, where you going? Where you
Man,
going? You ain't going nowhere. So.
yeah, exactly. Major thing going through the season, staying healthy throughout the whole entire season. Number two, NFL for sure, for sure. Three, you know what I'm saying, the 18-15. You know that's gonna get me into that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think too many people know about that
Hey, hey, hey,
18-15.
hey! I got it documented right here. Hey, let me wait for the audience who don't know. For the audience who
Yeah,
don't know.
man. Yeah, go ahead and give him a little
Hey,
snippet of the 18-15 talking about.
hey, Cinco, I still got it in the notes.
Yeah.
Okay, June 9th, 2021 at 5:47. The goal is 18-15.
15, you feel me?
Nothing that never changed, and it's going to stay.
Ain't nothing gonna ever change, man. I gotta get it. It's still a goal if I ain't conquered it.
Facts, man. But again, bro, much love to you, bro. That's the show. Do you have any more comments that you want to make, man, or say to the audience about your being you at South Alabama or Memphis? Anything else you want to say?
Really, all I gotta say, I mean, I got a camp coming up next week. Me and my dog Cam Pugh from Best back at the crib. We got us a little camp going on, a little youth camp right before school gets started. I just want to try to get, you know what I'm saying, a couple people to go ahead and just sign up, come out, show love, even if you're not even participating in the camp. It'll be good for you to come out there and just learn a couple things, even if you know what I'm saying, on the side, you got a family member that's in the camp. They probably could teach you a couple things just from after they leave the camp. So just show up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to make a big thing out of this, a big wave, you feel me? Trying to make something happen for the kids back at home. So yeah, man, go ahead and do that. July 22nd, next Saturday.
July 22nd, go out, man, and lock in with Cinco, man. Hey, this is Under the Hood Sports. Thank you for tuning in, and we are out of here.